Hello everyone, it's Elaine at Pink Peppermint Cards. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be using the Sweet Holiday Penguins by Stacey Yakula for my favourite things. So I hope you enjoy this video. So to start off with, I'm taking 2 pieces of white heavyweight cardstock. I'm using a round circle die on one of the panels to create a mask. And I'm going to place that over the top of my card panel which hasn't been die cut and line that up because I'm going to be using some distress inks through this mask to create a nice circular scene. And I just like to secure everything down once I'm happy with where it's placed with some blue tape just to stop everything moving around. I've cut out some snowbanks or hills using some Eclipse masking paper. I just cut these out freehand and just layer them one over the top of the other. The distress inks I'm using today are Dusty Concord, Picked Raspberry and Shaded Lilac. I'm going for a nice purpley pink twilight sky today, and I just lightly apply my first colour, which is Shaded Lilac, all over the masks and up into that circle. Next I take the Picked Raspberry. I have to tap off the ink a little on my Picked Raspberry. My large or standard sized distress ink pads tend to be a lot more juicy than my minis. I'm not sure whether that's the same for everybody else, but that's generally how it works for my ink cubes and my ink pads. And I'm just going backwards and forwards through those distress inks to make everything blend in nicely. So now I'm taking my Dusty Concord and applying that to that top half of the circle. I wanted things to be a little bit darker, so I brought in some chipped sapphire right at the top just to darken everything up a little. And then just pop a little bit more Picked Raspberry through the middle. And there, I'm happy with that. So I apply some heat with my heat tool just to dry everything off. Put my embossing bag all over that area because I'm going to be using this really lovely Twinkle Twinkle star background from Tailored Expressions. Just popping some Versamark ink all over that top half and just place that directly down onto that circle or inked panel. I've kept my masks in place because I don't want any stars on my snowbanks. So then just remove my mask for the time being. Apply some gold tinsel embossing powder all over that area and heat set that with my heat gun. And then I can apply my mask back over the top, lining everything up and securing it back down with some more tape. And I'm removing that first snowbank mask, and I will be coming in with some tumbled glass and a tiny bit of Dusty Concord just to darken up the bottoms of the snowbanks. I like to sort of ink up one edge of my ink blending tool and sort of come up from the bottom just to give the illusion of some highlights and depth. I've taken off my other mask on my other snowbank, and again just coming up from the bottom, working my way up and leaving a little bit of white on the top just to make everything look a little bit more realistic. Removing the whole mask, and there we are, that's my scene. And then I can move on to my sentiment. So I'm taking these adorable stamps by Stacey Yakula for my favourite things. I'm applying some embossing powder, and I'm using my Misti tool to help me stamp this today. So using my VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and I think I inked this up 3 times. I want a really nice dark black impression. I'm putting some clear embossing powder all over that, and I will be heat setting that with my heat gun. I like it when sentiments look nice and glossy. I have stamped out these penguins on some Bristol or Strathmore Bristol smooth cardstock, and I have heat embossed these with VersaFine Onyx Black ink and some clear embossing powder, and I'm using my Zig Clean Colour Real Brush markers to colour up these penguins. It was really quick to colour these penguins. I think they're a really great size. They're not too detailed, and I'm just really enjoying using my Zig Clean Colour Real Brush markers at the moment for colouring. So really simple colouring, using my detailed water brush there just to pull out that colour. And I've used a nice bluey grey colour for the penguin. I'm applying my dyes over the top. I got that tip from Amy R from Prairie Paper and Ink to stamp everything out in the shape of the dies, so you don't have to cut everything out individually. I think that's a brilliant trick for non-nested dies. And now I'm just applying some Tombow Mono Multi Glue all over that distressed inked panel, and I'm applying that to my card base. This is a standard A2 sized card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. Just lining everything up, securing that down. And now I can apply some foam tape to my little penguin. Just going to prop him up just to give a little bit of dimension. Really moving that release paper and popping him down onto my card. Just pressing him down. I add a bit of white gel pen to the cheeks, and then I just go with my Copic markers in a couple of grey colours just to give a shadow at the bottom, and today's card is finished. I hope you enjoyed that process video. I really appreciate all the support and comments that I receive, and I'm really enjoying this Christmas card series. So don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more Christmas cards in this series, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.